All right, let's do this. So, we are going to play Decisive Campaigns Ardennes Offensive. And this is a fantastic game, I think. It's a classical hex encounter, battalion style or size. About the Ardennes Offensive, the last German push on the Western Front during the Second World War. This is the crazy attempt by Hitler to actually make a change from a losing German side. Now, this is my first time streaming ever, or recording at least, and publishing, except for one small clip way back. And this is my first time going into playing games and having a good time, simply. My background is I have 10 years of war game experience, basically. But for the past 10 years, I've been working a lot. I haven't been able to play as much as I basically wanted to. I've been working as a teacher. That takes its toll. My first war game experience, I'd say, besides Risk way back, is my old friend showing me Ardennes 44 by Simovic. So that's basically my first venture into playing proper hex encounter war games. Since then, I loaded up on a lot of OCS games from Multiman Publishing, Operation Combat Series. I really like those. Haven't been able to play as much as I wanted to, but still, fantastic game. Or games, rather, game series. And when it comes to Decisive Campaigns Ardennes Offensive, I played some of the smaller campaigns or scenarios. So I tried my best in Aricourt, and I've played Stabilo as well. And then I tried the Elsenborn also. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I actually played Saint Vith as well. So I got a couple of scenarios under my belt, and I've learned the system well and know what to do, basically. So now the Ardennes Offensive, I think it's a well-known battle or campaign. It's a love of mine, if you want to. And basically, this is December 1944. The Germans had two major disadvantages in this case, and that was time or surprise, and also fuel. And this is a game about being very vigilant, being very offensive as the Axis, and push as much as you can, and time is of the essence, basically. Now the objectives in this case was basically to cross the river Meuse and head towards Antwerp in Belgium, which is a port. And Hitler obviously wanted to try and hit a wedge, basically, between the Allied troops and try to turn the tide. And although that was a difficult undertaking, definitely. Now, when it comes to this game, it's not as much as going for the Antwerp objective, but rather we're actually going to play Wacht am Rhein, the main scenario. So I'm gonna load this one up straight away, actually. This campaign, rather. So the objective here is, as we'll see, it's more about trying to take positions on the map, basically, but you're basically doing the same thing as they intended, and that is to go through the rather thick forest of the Ardennes simply, and try and reach as far as possibly can, basically. This campaign, the Germans, as I'm going to play with, they have 3 armies. You have the 7th, that's going to be down here in the south. You also have the 5th Panzer Army in the middle, and then you have the 6th Panzer Army in the top here. In this game, though, you also have the German Heeresgruppe B, I think it's called, which has a tiny division up further up north as well. So, and yeah, that's about it. So about the objectives, I mean, in general, basically what the Germans tried to do was try to put some kind of defensive position down here for the 7th Army. That's basically their objective, to try to take as much estate as possible, and trying to put up a defensive line here, because further down south in Luxembourg, that's where Patton was stationed with his, I think it's called 3rd Army or something, and so they will be coming, and so it's up to the 7th Army to try and block them as much as they can, while the 5th Panzer Army is going to run down past Bastogne, classical place, and then try to cross the river up in the northwest between Dinant and Namur. And then we have the 6th Panzer Army, which is considered being, or was actually the Iron Fist, you could say, and they are trying to first of all make a northern barrier up here, because you have some strong troops further up north. So this up here northern place here is Elsenborn, and you're basically trying to play basically make a block here, so that the large portion of the 6th Panzer Army is able to wander up west or northwest, as it seems. They're going to try and cross this river between Liège and Namur, and yeah, and that's going to be really difficult, absolutely. So this is a crazy idea by the Axis, one that shouldn't work, one that didn't work, and we are going to try and make it work somehow. So let's take a look at the AI settings first of all here. Normal difficulty, we're going to go up to challenging, and that's what I've done in the past scenarios, and I haven't had any problem with it, so I'm gonna hike this up to hard. We have very hard, but that's probably too difficult for me, and super hard, well, I don't know. We're gonna go for hard, and as you can see, you get a movement bonus of 25% and a combat bonus for 25% for the AI. And that's compared to what I had before, 15. Maybe this is not going to be difficult enough, but we'll see. Then we have fast AI speed, and as you may know, this basically shows how fast you have to wait for the AI moves to be made. It's like a chess clock, or not a chess clock, but a chess AI playing, not going through all the moves, basically. So we want to do this one as slow AI speed, which means that we have to wait for a while, but the AI is going to make better decisions, basically, which we like. And what I found here is that the AI in this game sometimes happens to, as an American, or rather as Allied, try to sometimes leaves their important choke points or positions, and for me to take, which is a bit weird, but hopefully it will make smart moves. Then we have settings here. Fog of War, definitely want that. That's one of the main reasons I like playing this game compared to the board game or the war game of where you can actually see all the pieces on the board. So this makes it a lot more realistic. I love this really much. Then we have uncertainty. Now this one I actually use and I like this. So as you can read in the manual, basically, it adds some extra uncertainty. Some specific regiments or battalions are maybe not up to par, or some are extra motivated, and this will give you an extra uncertainty. And during the game, you'll see basically how whether they are strong or not, or extra motivated or not, or whatever. Historical weather, I'm going to keep this one here because I like the historical situation, basically. I'm not going to read through the scenario. You can do that yourselves if you want to. You can just pause the video if you want to. Here you have the Patton's Third Army, as I mentioned. I'm going to keep moving this one like this. And further down you can see also down there. All right. We're not going to use passwords, PBM, PBEM, we're not using that, and we are not going to hide AI moves because it's nice to see how they're actually moving back and forth. I don't know if it adds anything, but because you can just still look at things. Maybe actually hiding AI moves would be good, because you won't know where they're coming from and so on. And I don't know if you would have that information actually. Maybe you should hide AI moves and just look at the result. I don't know. I'll keep it for now like this. I don't know. It's not a major. Anyway, that's it. I think it's time to start, basically. Can we say anything about the map? Yeah, I mean, you have lots of small or rather large rivers. You have the German front here, or the front in general here. This is German position. You have the 7th Army moving up somewhere around here. You have the 5th up here, and then you have the 6th, and here is the scoop B, which is the I don't know what you call it, army? No, above the army, I don't know. Anyway, so we have bad weather, at least during the first. We'll have overcast, we'll see that, and it's going to be all right. These yellow lines denote highways, basically, and you have also the black ones are like major roads, basically paved roads at least, and then we have smaller roads like dirt roads, but we'll see that in a while. Yeah, you have rivers all over the place. You have thick woods here, which you basically want to avoid if you have panzers, tanks. So it's difficult to move about, and the 6th Panzer Army is going to have a really difficult time to maneuver through these woods, basically. All right, without further ado, let's do this simply. So what I've done is I'm actually from Sweden, and that's it. I guess. What else? I've made some preparations already. Looked at without actually. I haven't played Wacht before in this game, and. But what I have done is I've looked at the setup to understand better what the Germans look like, and what the initial position is for the Allied, basically, and what kind what kind of moves we would want to do, and so on. And I think this kind of preparation is something that you could definitely think the Germans might have done before all the plans shatter, basically. What I've done also is I have basically looked at different kinds of divisions within the armies and made goals or milestones to take, basically objectives to take, and I will mention them when we take a look at those in the game. Let's start the turn and we'll see. So these are the round 1 conditions. We have morning. We start at 6:00. We have overcast, which means that there will be limited flights, which is good for the Germans, but still we are going to be cautious of attacks from the Allied Air Force. There is a possibility to make limited air scouting or air recon, and this is something we are going to use, especially now during the first day, and I have a certain objective in mind where I would like to get some more information simply. Temperature doesn't really matter, I think, and these are some weather conditions we can see here during round 2, round 3 and round 4. Yeah, I'm going to mention that also. If this is your first time watching, this game is battalion sized. We will see regiments be basically 3 or 4 battalions, or 3 battalions in general, or 2 battalions you could say, and then a smaller artillery. I don't know if it's a company or if it is a battalion, and this is for the Germans. I'm not sure about the Allies. I haven't really played Allies at all. Now this is a game which has 4 turns in general for each day. You have one at 0600 hours, you have one at noon at 1200, then you have one at 1800 hours, and then you have one at midnight again. So those are 4 turns. And now we start on the 16th of December 1944, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. basically. So we're just going to have 3 turns during 16th of December basically. So and then it's going to continue basically with 4 turns. The night turn is a limited one, you could say. I mean, you can do everything, but it's difficult because you won't be able to see much, and this is a time for resting. Now, there isn't really time for resting for the Germans, but still you will have exhausted troops if you don't rest. So we are going to have to rest, but if there is a chance to take just that certain river crossing or something, we actually will use. Especially we have some really tough troops like the SS, and they simply don't need to rest as much. I mean, they will have to rest, but they can push through a lot better than the regular troops. All right, enough talking. So let's have a look at this one. We have victory condition report. We already have 35 victory points, and this is these are occupied territories or points, cities or towns mainly. Can also be supply sites. And Axis needs 200 victory points for a major victory, and that's what we're going for, hopefully. Last round to be played January 1st, and this means that we are going to have 64 turns, and this is a major undertaking. I mean, not just in the game, but also for me. We'll see how this will work. I'm really hopeful that we can play for a long time here, but this is a big game, and I think that I will basically make recordings. I'm planning on making recordings, I guess, with for every turn, maybe chop them up into pieces like each army, I think. So we'll start with the 7th Army, and then we'll go with the 6th Panzer Army maybe, and then the 5th Panzer Army, and then the 6th Panzer Army, I think. We'll see what happens. All right, we have no losses, and these will also be added to the victory point. So if you are, and that has to do not with what the absolute number is in casualties you actually create on the enemy, but rather the win-loss ratio is more important, basically. And that's what's going to determine and give you extra VPs, simply. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's go. These are some cards. Now, this game also, as you may know, have cards which are more like strategic cards. I think they call political points, PPs, and you can buy certain actions, you can say. You have the Greif team, for example. You also have the paradrop of Van der Hoyte, which you pay for points, basically. Now, you can't do everything, obviously, but you will get these PPs or power points, maybe, or political points. Every turn, you'll get some extras. I can't remember on the top of my head, off the top of my head, whether you get extras if you take certain victory points or something like that. Maybe it increases, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's keep on. All right. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the hex, and I'm gonna turn the hex stats on to see better, and I'm also gonna put this one stack and a mini, and that's what I'm gonna use. And this is my overhead map here, although I won't be using that a lot. If I zoom out here, as you can see, these gradients, basically, this is for the this is Herregroup B or B, and this is his command radius, basically, and he will give 100% here, I think 90%, 75%, 50%, something like that, bonus in command, which makes the troops fight better and so on. Now, this Herregroup B is only actually in charge of, or I don't know if he's affecting everyone, basically, because under him you have 3 armies, which are the 7th Army, the 5th Panzer Army, and the 6th Panzer Army. Now, but under him he also have certain troops, which is up here north, these up here. That's his, basically, under him. And the person responsible for that is Walter Mordel. And let's see here. Now, what can we say, what we want to do? Let's take a look at the strategic map. This is not beautiful. This is not a beautiful map at all, but it is what it is. It's functional, at least. It's actually difficult to see all the way down here in the south. It seems like it's been cut off a bit here, which is a shame. And you can't really do anything about that. If you move this one here or click down south here, that's as far as you get. And if you, so it looks good, but see here, this Junglinster, it is, let's see here, you actually don't get points for that because it should show up here. Let's see here, maybe Echternach is 2 victory points for that. Mersch is 5. So we have that. Let's see here. Ardennes is 10. Can we see Ardennes here? I don't think you can actually. Maybe it's down there somewhere, but you can't really see that. That's a shame. All right, anyway, so in this one you can more clearly see here that we should try and pass this river. Actually, in this game, we're not looking to really, I mean, push through. Yeah, if you could go to Gamblo, it's 20 points, which is quite good, but if we look at this quite gamey, basically what we are going to try and do is we would want to, let's have a look at this. Let's see here, the victory condition report. So we have 35 VPs, we want 200. So let's say that we can get maybe, I don't know, maybe we can get another 35 or something for killing allies, having good ratio basically. So that would mean that we need 130 VPs on the map basically. So where are we going to go get those? I mean, we are going to try and take as much as we can basically, and we'll see if that's going to be enough. Amazing that Bastogne is only 5. So the major ones to pick up if possible, I mean, we have lots of 5s here, and we know Rotgen is going to be a difficult open. Verviers is also going to be really difficult to take. We're going to try and take Malmedy. Spy is probably going to be difficult. I'm talking historically here, basically. Same with Visalm. We should be able to take that and be able to take a lot of these, but we'll see what happens. The further we push in here, the more time will have passed, the more reinforcements the allies will have gotten, and so on. But really, the big points are down here at Givet, Dinant, Namur, Ardennes, Rhein, and not Clermont, but Liège is really big. But that's a big city as well. So, I mean, that's our final objective, to cross this one and take as much as possible. Now, objective-wise, we spoke about the 7th Army is probably going to try, if possible at all, try and put up some kind of defensive network somewhere around here. I don't know if that's going to be possible, maybe down even further down south here, but that's going to be a big challenge. Historically, this was really difficult for them to make. They are basically understaffed. They have no panzers basically to speak about. They're very slow moving, so it's going to be a really difficult task for them. But we're going to have to hurry because the 3rd Army of Patton is coming up, and they went up through this place. Oh yeah, we're not going to go that far. If we can close this place here, that would be fantastic, but that's going to be difficult to do. And we have some Fallschirmjäger and some paratroopers basically down here. That's something. And then we have the Leer Panzer Division, which is a strong one, and together with the 2nd Panzer Division, and they are basically going to, maybe they're up here, yeah. So they are going to swing by Bastogne, try to take Bastogne. Maybe if we're able to have some other troops that can actually take Bastogne, but that's still again gonna be difficult. Then we are going to swing up this way somewhere around here, probably try to avoid these forests here because that's going to be tough, but still we're going to have to pass through here, and then we're going to move over here somewhere about Rochefort up to Dinant, and also maybe further up to maybe up somewhere here. And we also have the, what is it called, 113th Panzer Division, I think it's called. They have some panzers, some tanks, and that's going to be able to run a little bit quicker, but they are not as strong as the Leer and the 2nd Panzer Division at all. But they might be able to move this way, something like this Hofalice and and then they are going to try and swing straight to Namur. That's what they are going to try and do. We have some infantry divisions, of course, down here in the 7th Army, but the 5th Army also, and they're going to try and take Saint Vith and Wissal, and then try and push down here to Mannheim and Verbeumont as much as possible, and also maybe here at La Roche. Now, initially, they were supposed to be making way for the Panzers, but the Panzers can't really wait, so it's just gonna be an all-out battle. All right, what else? We have some infantry right here, as I mentioned here, that's going to try and take St. Vith here. And then we're moving on into the 6th Panzer Army down south here. They are also going to try and take St. Vith and Wissal and move to Verbeumont maybe. And then we have some Fallschirmjäger also that will try and push as much as possible down this way, basically. Some trying to make way here as much as possible. Because we're going to have the 6th Panzer, the main thrust, and that's going to be the 12th SS and the 1st SS, first SS, including the infamous Piper Kampfgruppe, and they are going to have 5 different Rollbahns, as they were called. Now, think about it this way, that if you have lots of panzer and you have a lot of people here, you're going to try and make way. And the way I've played this game here is basically I try to use an iron fist and try to concentrate things. Now, there's some problem with that, because in this game it's really nicely done with you have traffic congestions basically, and that's something you have to think about. Now, the way that the Germans played this and planned this was to use 5 different paths, you could say, for different units. Now, they try to close up this northern shoulder basically with infantry as much as possible, and then they have Rollbahn A, B, C, D, and E, basically 5. Then there are 3 more down here, as I mentioned. We had I think one that is going over like this to cross this one. We have one which was 113th cross going into Namur, and then you have sort of some, I don't know if it was called Rollbahn, but maybe I'm mixing those up anyway. But the main ones are the 5 ones over here, and we can take a closer look down here. So let's me zoom in here a little bit here. Let's move this one here like this. Okay, so from the north we have infantry, we have infantry, we have infantry. This is Heeresgruppe B or B, and this is the beginning of the infantry divisions of the 6th Panzer Army. So this is the northern shoulder, and these ones, if you can look at 272 Volksgrenadier, and then you have the 326 Volksgrenadier. Their target or objective basically was to try and take this one, this city called Monschau, and then yeah, that was their main thing, and this is going to be a really, really tough thing to do, because we have lots of enemies right here, and it's going to be a really, really difficult task to do. It seems like it's open for business just to take this one, but looking at this one here, we can see we have Recon 55 and Heidis 54, so we probably still have a unit sitting right there, American, but we can't see it. All right, we have infantry division right here, and this is the 277 Volksgrenadier. And here we have some panzers. Here are the 12th SS. Then we have some infantry right here, and this is the 12th Volksgrenadier. And then we have the 1st SS Panzer Division, and this is parts of that, and down here in the red one is the Piper Kampfgruppe. Then we have some Fallschirmjäger 3rd Division, and let's see here, we also have these 18 Volksgrenadier, so I think that's all of the 16th, right? I think so. I think these belong to the 5th Panzer Army. So, Rollbanne, what are those? Well, some of these troops from the 12th are going to go and try and block. Well, actually, before talking about this, now you can game this one as much as you want, and there was a lot of leeway being given to these troops. They were supposed to follow these 5 routes, basically, or paths, to avoid congestion, but also in the face of the enemy, you could have others going on smaller roads, and it would be a difficult force to stop if not all came in one direction, basically. So, that would also stop supply, which is important in this game as well. Now, one of these the Rollbahn A, is supposed to go in through, let's go in here. So these 2 towns here, Rocherath and Krinkelt, they are all quite important to try and take this one here. This is called the Losheim Gap, and this is Losheim, and down here or up here is Losheimer Graben. These are important points, as are these small towns right here. So because they open up the road up to Elsenborn, and you have a river right here, and up here in the northern place, the northern shoulder here, the Elsenborn, this is what we'd love to, if it's possible, to cut off, because we are expecting troops coming down from the north, some extra American reinforcements, and we might also actually have some troops from here going down south when they notice that something is wrong, actually. Now, this was all made in secrecy. This attack, this was a complete surprise by the Germans on the Americans and the British. What else? So Rollbahn A, the idea is actually to have Van der Heide make a parachute drop down somewhere around this place here in the crossing here, and take a position here in the woods. This is a good position, and this is a good position, or fairly good position. Maybe that's a better position, because we're looking for like a heavy forest maybe, but still something like a light forest. Maybe this is the best one. And then also we have, let's see, light and heavy forest. So the thought was to have a parachute drop somewhere here, so that you won't have supplies coming through here, and they were supposed to make that jump quite early, which they did. Terrible weather made this a catastrophic failure, basically, historically. Now, the Rollbahn A was supposed to go through Rocherath here, and then move up, I think, through Elsenborn and somewhere up here, maybe move down here. And this is the nice thing. It's not that important the way you take, but actually, as long as you reach the objective. They were supposed to help out this rather weak parachute drop, simply. And this was even weaker in real life, and this is also modeled nicely in the game if you want to use it that. Now, heading through here in this section here is really going to be very, very difficult also here for the 12th Army to move in here. And this is a very small force. We're talking about odds, and we're talking about one of these Panzergrenadier battalions that are going to move through here and slog through here. we also have, that's Rollbane A or A. Rollbane B is going to be basically, let's see, moving through here as well, Rocherath, and then they are supposed to move up, I think. I don't know if they went through Malmedy, I think, yeah. And then, let's see here, I think they went through, I have that written down. I think it's something like Spa, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they even went up north somewhere around here. Yeah, maybe they passed Spa, I can't remember. But that's B, moving up here. And I think their objective was basically, I believe it was something like, I should know this. Let's have a look. Here we go. So they are supposed to take, go through Francochon. Let's see here where we are at. Down here, yeah. So basically cross. So they're going here, Robertville, and then Francochon. So going somewhere like this, and then they are going to go on to Sarthe, or Sarre up here. So they're not crossing Spa because that's Rollbane C, and they're going to move further like Poller and then Villers and so on. They're gonna end up in Liège, basically. Try to take that, and that's sort of a joke to be able to do that. That's going to be so difficult, but that was the crazy plan anyway. We have Rollbane C also, and that's going to be the basically that's going to be someone called Kaufmann, who is going to try, I think it was Kaufmann, who's trying to take. Now, he's going to be an important one here, and that's going to try and take Lostheimer-Graben, and then basically take this major road up here through Bühlingen and Bütgenbach, and then he's going to hit, let's see here, I think he's going through Malmedy, isn't he? Yeah, Malmedy, and then he is going up to Spa. Let's go like that. Spa, Malmedy, Francorchamps, Spa. And then he's going to take a different way, not going up to Liège, but he's going to instead take, I think it's Clermont. Yeah, exactly. Now, Rollbane D, that's going to be Piper, and that's going to be also another big. Both Rollbane C and D, they are both going to be major panzer or strong panzers. So that's where we're going to see the most action. So C is going this way, and D is going to follow quite close, and that's going this direction down here through Honsfeld, and then they are going to go on small roads. I don't know if I'm going to go that way, but that's the plan anyway. Ligneuville, I think they're passing, and then they go to Stavelot instead. So while Rollbane C is going to go Malmedy, Francorchamps, and Spa, these ones are going to go Stavelot, Trapon, Laglaise, Stourmont, and that's where they, or Targonon is where they stopped basically historically. But the plan is to move further up and to be able to go to Verbommont. No, sorry, go to Stourmont, Harz, and Limon. So let's see if we can find that. But anyway, go through here and go to Armee, and that's their end goal. And again, that's crazy to think that they will be able to do that, but hey, we're going to give it a shot. Now, I'm talking a lot about these Rollbanes right now, and you're maybe thinking, what is he going to do that? Now, I'm actually going to try that out. I've never done that before. I've just simply been playing, through strengths and in general, trying to tactically maneuver and try and do as well as I can. But before going into Rollbane E, which is the last one, I just wanted to say that I would like to try this in the way that it was tried historically and see what can I do in that sense, sort of not knowing what to expect. Now, historically, there were quite few troops, but the fighting up here in the Losheim area was quite fierce, and since it took so much time, and the 12th SS historically got totally bogged down, and you can understand why when like half of them or slightly less than half of them are actually moving through this small wooded area here, which is not great or smart, I think, but that's what they did, and then half of them are going to try and go through here, which is also going to be a major difficulty. But and they got bogged down and decimated, and yeah, it was difficult. So the ones that actually made it quite far was Piper, and we also had, I think, was it can't remember if it was the 2nd Panzer down here, or if I think it was the 2nd Panzer division, or maybe Leah, who came quite far actually before they ran out of both gas and men, basically. And time is of the essence, as I mentioned before. Now, going back to the last one, and that's Holbane E. That is the path which we are going to see some of the first SS. Not the Piper, but we are going to see some others like Hansen and Knittel is going to try and make that move. And they're going to take not this road, maybe that was needed, but they're going to go through this one. So we have Holbane E down here, Kröwinkel and Mandefeld. We have Piper going through Losheim and down this road somewhere here. And then we have Holbane C going this way. We have Holbane A and B going through this way here. So trying to spread out might not be a bad plan, and keeping in quite close proximity, being able to help each other out if needed, basically. But spreading out has its good ideas, because yeah, it's going to be difficult to move on these roads, especially. I mean, I think this major highway is fantastic if you can break through that, because you can quite fast move on this one, and that might be actually what we are going to do also with Piper or doing a Holbane D, and because I can't imagine going through these dirt roads is going to be quite difficult, and if you are quite a number of battalions, you're gonna be a bit bogged down here just due to traffic. So I don't know. And another thing too, as I mentioned, it's gas. That's a major problem. Now, I think you have to think about it this way. You definitely want to use the major roads. Like, I'm talking about these highways, the orange ones, and also the major roads. And not using dirt roads basically ever, if possible, especially for tracked vehicles, tanks. They should just simply belong to these orange and silver lines, basically. Now, you might have wheeled, like this one here, the Volksgrenadier. They are wheeled, and they can move. If we look at this one here, let's see here. If you move like this, you can see that it down here. You can see the information. You can see that it costs 12. Now, 12, and that's compared to this one here, which is well, it's tracked. Let's see if we can find wheeled here. That's also tracked. Let's have a look. This is wheeled, right? Yeah. So the cost here is 10. So it's 10 or 12. So it doesn't really matter if you wheeled. You can go on either road type. But if you're tracked like this one here. Let's look at this one, the Tigers, for example. Here you have tracked. If you're going on a dirt road, that costs you 22. If you are going on this one, here you have tracked, right? Yeah, that's 15. So that's a difference. But also in fuel cost, that's going to be a difference. And fuel, as mentioned, is troublesome. We also need to talk about supplies. The supply system, I don't know this one in detail, but I do know that we will need to take these supplies bases, basically. So you have different ones. You have the medium supply base, and this was historically taken by Piper, going off from his Rollbahn B, realizing that he really needed to take this one. So, and I've heard other players running out of fuel. I've also sort of ran out of fuel playing a scenario St. Vith. It's really difficult. So, and I've learned how to turn these ones on, I think. So we'll see when we get to them. We're definitely going to need to pick these ones. Pick these ones up. Now, looking at these supply maps, or before actually doing that, let's go back. So if I'm standing on this one and hit supply here, let's see here. Help me. Let's see here. Yeah, down here, south here, we can see the enemy supply sources here, and we want to go down to the one. Let's see here in Bullingen. Here we go. So, as far as I understand here, the green ones is they are going to be supplied from this one. If you turn this one on, if you are going to deliver supplies and fuel. So the green areas are easy to get to. The further away you get from it, it turns to yellow, it turns to blue, and eventually down to red, and then nothing. So you want to be, if you're going this road, which we are going to do with the Rollbahn B and C, B, C, and D, basically, and sort of with E also. I'm going to talk about that later on. We definitely need this one. Further down here, we need to take Stavelo, and we need to take this one also. And we can look at this one here. Let's see here. We have Stavelo right here. No? What happened? There you go. So you can see here, that's where we will be traveling. So this is going to be very important. That's also a major supply base. I think it had 15,000 fuel, which is quite a lot. This one had like 5,000 fuel, I think. Not quite a lot at all. Yeah, it's because it's a medium one. Exactly. Now there is also St. Vith, I think. We have down here. There's also a supply place here. That's a major supply base, I think. And let's see if we can find St. Vith here. It's down here. Here we go. There you go. But I think St. Vith is going to be picked up by mainly infantry, and but they will have also some vehicles as well, some anti-tank vehicles and so on. So it's going to be good to have that. But mainly, I think, if we're thinking about pipe and going on the major roads for pipe, Rollbahn D, C, D, and E, we are going to need to pick up things. So let's look at the strategic map, and we can see here where we actually have these petrol or gas cans, and you have one at Stavelo. And since we are going to move up this way here, that's the only ones we actually have. We have one at Spa as well, but that's it. My God. I actually thought that we'd have some more. I mean, Marche, and I can't remember what this one was called. Let's have a look at that one. It is Houton, but that's a small one. It's a minor one. Marche is a medium one. That's not going to help us a lot. So we're going to need everything we can. Maybe we will be able to reach Huy and Ardennes and Liège, I don't think, but if possible, and that's going to help us. But yeah, it's going to be really difficult. This really difficult. And that's the thing. Actually, picking up things from Saint Vith and Vissal and maybe down here in La Roche, that is also going to help us, because you can build. We can actually use these PPs here, these political points, to build up, like can't remember with the cards. So look at depots, minor, medium, and major depot. So we might actually be able to put those on the map where needed. So if we have someone moving quite fast, we actually might want to put it somewhere around here, and then draw from that. So you put that one down, and then you can ferry up things to that one. I think you can like rebuild this one and make it larger, maybe even. So fill it up and then use it at the same time. Well, we're gonna see how that works. I don't know that the supply system that well, but I think that's basically how things work. Rollbane E, then the last one that I mentioned, is a small contingency of Knittel and Hansen and Knittel, and they are going to go through Krewinkel and Mandefeld, and the plan is to move to, let me look at my notes here. They are going to go through Recht over here, so small roads to Recht, avoiding Ligneville, which is where Piper is going to go, Rollbahn D, and this is Rollbahn E. And after Recht, they are supposed to take Trappon, which is where it's like a Schwerpunkt, I think it's called. It's like a place where they actually meet D and E. But instead of going up here at La Glisen-Stoumont, like Rollbahn D is going to do with Piper, we are going to see Rollbahn E go down this way instead to Verbermont in this way over here. And they are supposed to take, let's go strategic map again, they will go up and go through Ardennes, I think. So this is Rollbahn B, C, D, sorry, C, D, and E, basically. And B is Liège, basically, if that's even possible. And A, after they are done, supposedly taking this position through the Van der Hoyte paradrop, also called Operation Stusser, they are supposedly supposed to take Verviers, Eupen, and Röttgen. Eupen, Verviers, and I think there's another one here. That's what they are going to take. Let's see here. Was it Liège even? I think it's Eupen, Limbourg, and Verviers, I think. And I think Liège is supposed to be taken by Rollbahn B, though. All right, that's the major plan. My God, that was a long one. And so I think it's time to start playing now. I don't think I have anything else to say. That was a thorough walkthrough through the place. But I think it's important to walk through that because I need to know where I'm going, basically. And I've already done my homework, basically. So I'm done with that. Now, looking at this is the Heergruppe B position right here. We're going to take that later on. And well, basically, I'm going to start down in the south. I think that's going to be important, or not important, but easier, simply. So all the way down here, and we're going to talk about this situation a little bit and then move. So all the down south here, we have some non-important troops. We have these troops called Sicherung regiments or fortress battalions, and basically what they're doing here, they have blown bridges, as you can see here, and we have no interest in fixing them up at all. This is not going to be an offensive from here. This is just defensive action right down here, keeping this line intact basically. So that's what they're supposed to do. And they're not going to see any action, I think. Here's another one, and as you can see, this is Fortress Battalion, and says due to rear area security service, they have lost 100 APs. They are not going to move unless you have, and same thing with this, unless they have enemies moving up to them, basically. The only thing you're able to move here is this one, the 53rd Corps, belonging to the HQ 7th Army. And so, I mean, as you can see here, you have the green here is where they have 100% of this HQ power. Now, why it's 50 here is because this one is quite far from its parent HQ 7th Army, Armee. So that one is quite far up away from it. So. But this is not going to see any action, so we're going to try and make something with this one. This is going to be a very, very fast one. So I'm going to take this one, the 7th Army. Actually, I'm going to start with the 7th Army here. Let's see here. The HQ here. Let's see here. Is that the one I want to move now? Let's see here. No. I'm going to start with the 7th Army. Let's see where we have it. Here we have order of battle. I'm going to start with this one here. And that's where we have the 7th Army headquarters. And zooming out here just to see where we're at here, you can see he's quite far off from the action, which is not a bad idea, but he can move maybe closer to the front to help his other daughter HQs, basically. So you can see here, that one that we mentioned before is quite far off from its parent, which is the 7th Army here. So he's only receiving like 50 points there from the HQ. All right, so I'm going to move this one closer to the front. Now, the 7th Army, where does it stop? Let's have a look at this one. So we have these ones, shitty troops right here. But here we start with the 212th. They are going to see some action. We also have here let's see here. These are also 7th Army. Sorry, we can look at the OOB instead. So 7th Army, they are... Yeah, we can skip those. So we have this one here, consisting of the 5th Fallschirmjäger and the 352. So that's those troops right here, or troops and divisions. Then we have here the shitty troops, we don't care about them. And then we have 276 and 212, and that's down here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions basically, and that's all we have to play with for the 7th Army. Now, 7th Army, let's click on him. He's right up here, so he's quite far away. Well, yeah, so we want to move him, I think, close to the front basically. So it would be nice to have him somewhere around, I don't know, somewhere around here anyway. So let's have a look. I'm going to move him. Let's see here if we should move him down somewhere here. I'm going to move him to this place right here. Now, I'm going to take a look at that. Because we're going to have overcast, we're going to have American flights coming over us. So I'm going to take away all the units here by pressing 0. So I'm going to go into Wolfsfeld, I think, and that's a minor city, I think, minor city 4, and hide there. So that's a decent position to avoid any air, and we can't move further down south. So that's a good. So that's what we did right there. We also had his flak right here, flak 15. He's going to move with him here also. Then we have, let's see here, we have something called 677 engineer. Let's see where he's at. Let's go OOB here. And let's see here, and we want to hit the front line. That's the one I'm thinking about. Right. So he's right here. Now we have to talk about this position here and what we should do and should not do. So I'm going to wait with that one a little bit. Then we also have the 47s. See here, he's also quite close here, but a little bit further. These troops, these are, I don't know, regiments. These are like battalion sized, I think. They belong in a way to straight under 7th Army right here. So these are non-frontline units, supporting units basically. And then under here you have the HQ, you have the corps, the corps, and here we have these major ones. These two right here, infantry, Fallschirmjäger, the paratroopers, and the infantry right here. But you also have these non-frontline units here, which are maybe not going to be on the front line, but damn close to it anyway. So we're going to take a look at these ones as well. And this one was of no interest, basically, because you can see here they can't move. The orange triangle here. And here you had the Fallschirmjäger and the infantries right here. We can talk about them as well, what the plan is. But you can see there are also some other supporting troops. Here we have some rocket launchers. Here you have some artillery. These are called Werfers, and some anti-tank, and there's some infantry simply. This is actually a penal battalion, which is kind of funny. All right, let's see here then. Let's go down to action here. So we made some moves over here, but that was just non-frontline troops. Let's take a look at this one anyway. So the first thing I think about this is I'm going to think like this. We have some blown bridges. One over here, there. Now, if I look at one here, he can actually cross the river. It's a bit weird. It's a major river, I think it is. Let's have a look at this one. If you stand down here, you can see that rivers present is major river south and southwest from this one. So this is a major river, that's a major river, and that takes a lot more points. But I think this is about that they have actually traversed the and made preparations to actually traverse the river during the night and even beforehand. So that's what this represents, so that they actually can make the crossing. So you also have these eyes here, and that's good, how well it can actually see things. Green is good. You can see down here is a visual, like a figure of like 100% line of sight, 100% line of sight. Here we have some other things like 50% line of sight. Red is 25, but it can actually be down to 1% as well. Here, for example, you have 15, but further away here you have only 2%. And over here you have 1%. You can see things here, but probably if there's a troop here, you won't be able to see it anyway. So, but it's possible to actually see that far. Let's see here. So we have a couple of blown bridges. Now, do we actually have things that need to cross these rivers through these bridges? Yes, we do. You see here we have tracked, we have some wheeled, and so on. So we are going to need to push these through. So that's why we have engineers right there, one over here, to actually repair these bridges. But when it comes to these 212s, we we are going to move these ones as much as we can over these rivers. And let's have a look here now what we want to do here. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to see here. We have... I'm going to look here first. So, since we are going to start moving these 212s and 276, I'll start with the 212s here. We also need to talk about their goal, where they will actually want to go. And then also I would like to move this one closer to the action to give them support simply. Okay, let's talk about where they actually want to go. This is just a defensive line. Where do they want to go? So I'm gonna look at my sheet here, my cheat sheet here. Let's have a look. Yeah. So for the 212s, I'm thinking that they would need to... Let's go one up here. So I'm thinking that since we want to put up a defensive perimeter somewhere around here, it would be nice if these ones here could make it down here to Junglinster, basically. So that would be lovely to do. And the path I've set up for them is to go through Echternach, which is this one right here. Take that one. You can see it's a 2 VP worth 2 victory points. Go through here and then take this Altier, I think, and then Junglinster. Take that one. And there's also, yeah, that's a supply hex as well. So a major supply base, which would be lovely to make. But this is a long way off. Long way off. And this is a lot of territory to actually keep and cross and take care of with these small troops. So it's going to be really difficult. So I don't know where they will be able to, what they will be able to actually achieve here. Then we have these ones. Sorry. Then we have these ones, and that's the 276. And here we want to go both for over here, take this one straight here, and then end up in Mersch. That's the plan. That's Junglinster, Mersch, maybe further down here as well to put up that defensive position if possible at all. I mean, this to reach this one might be, I mean, hubris to actually get that. Now we would like to go down here to Hauptscheid and Arlon, Redange, of course, and take these ones also. But let's see how we can do that. That's going to be these guys here, which is 352s. They're going to go Die Kirche, Etlebrück. Then we are going to go Rhein. This is my plan. This is not out of total historical, but this is the way I'm thinking. And we're going to improvise a lot on the way. Bissen, and I can see that it's not, there are no victory points for that one, but Etlebrück is 5 at least. From Bissen, we are going to Redange around here. And then after that, Arlon. And that's a dream. That's it. You know, maybe through Hauptscheid, if possible at all, you know, to pick those up. I don't know. I don't think it's possible, but that's the plan anyway. Make Hitler proud. So that's 352. Anyway, let's see here. That was these red ones. Then we have the blue ones. That's the last ones of the 7th Army. These are the 5th Fallschirmjäger Division. And here, looking at these ones, they actually have 3 regiments, different regiments, this division. You have the 15th, you have the 14th, and you have the 13th. 13th is up on the northern section, 14th is the middle, and 15th is the southern. And I'm thinking that 15th will help with the Kirche also help with Echternach, so they will join forces here a little bit with these the red ones, and then they will move up to Merzig instead. Now I think their end goal will be probably to go to, let's see here where we're at, Baston, somewhere around here. So it would be lovely if they could take somewhere around here. So the southern one, Merzig, and then we're talking about Echternach, and then Baston, basically, something like that. The 14th regiment, I'm thinking Lipperscheid, which is it this one? No, that's Wallstorf. There, Lipperscheid, and then Echternach, joining also up with the 15th, and then we are talking about Martelange over here, and that would be lovely if we could do that. If that's not possible, maybe we can take that one. We're trying to stop the third army from of Patton, basically. All right, and then we have the 13th up here, and they will simply move just west through Hosscheid, which is this place here, and they will go to Wiltz, or try, at least die trying, and then Baston, and if it's possible, Cibray. So making maybe up a defensive position somewhere around here. Could the paratroopers, Fallschirmjäger, make something like that? Would be nice. Maybe this one. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's a later problem to take care of, at least. I mean, and if it's possible, yeah, I don't know if they're going to help with taking Baston. I think they will actually do that, at least that regiment, the 13th Fallschirmjäger. Well, that's the major plan anyway. All right, you can see up here also that we have some more troops that are a little bit late to the game of the 276 Panzerjäger regiment as well. And here you have some extras for these 212s. Well, let's see here what we can do then. So we know that they want to go to Echternach, take this position right here. We also, after that, want to go take this position. So let's move in closer here, what we have to play with. So we have, it's always nice to take this one with height 2. This is, it's always nice to have that position. We're going to have to go up a ridge up here later on, but now this one is going to be left for these ones here. We need to take this one, so we want to cross as many as possible. Now, thinking about whether we can actually fix the bridges, I've taken a look at that, and looking at this one here, this is position 141, 100, and this is not going to happen. This is, I'm not going to fix this one, basically, because look at that right there. We do have a bridge that's still working, and this is a must. This is priority to actually kick them out from here and holding this bridge. This is a must, because all the others are blown, basically, by the Germans to stop the prior offensive, basically. But now it's really important to make this one, because then we can funnel troops over here through up here and to release them. All right, so let's see here what we can do then. So if you remember, these ones, this has headquarter wants to be as close as possible, but also in a safe place. So this one I'm going to move. I'm going to see what is a favorable place. Maybe Irel would be nice, because it's close to the front. All right, let's have a look again. So that might be actually a nice place. Also, let's circle through here. So these ones, this, no, that was the one. This is the 80th core. So as you can see, they light up this one and that one. So they are in command of these two divisions, basically this core. So it wants to be close to them. So the green one would be ideal to be somewhere here. But we need to look at the goals again here. How far away are they going to be, and which is going to be most important? So we're talking about Junglister and Mersch. So it needs to be fairly close. I think it's going to have to choose one or the other. And I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think it's too difficult to tell right now. I mean, the one that's most successful, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. So I'm thinking moving it down here. Let's see, 143.97. I have planned for Prüm. Maybe it would be better. And that's better, I think, totally better. So that's where we're going. All right. And as you can see, now we have the more within the yellow and also in the green one. It would be nice to move. Oh, we can actually move even. Oh no, sorry, I'm picking the wrong one. Yeah, so that was as far as it could move. So it has lost some gas in the tank. It has 0 action points left. All right, that's it. Our next one is belonging to this one is a non-front line one, and that's these ones. So we have 408s and so on. We have anti-tank ones. Let's see here. That's a 408 anti-tank and the 657th, which these are some that we will be using, and we will move them. Let's see here to 140. Let's see where we're going. So we'd like to cross this bridge. That's what we're talking about, basically. So let's see here, and we would like to see here where we're at. I've mentioned that I actually would like to move them back here to this one, but that doesn't make sense. I'd rather actually use them in an offensive position. So I don't know if I'm thinking about this one, but this one, no, that's belonging to the 7th Army. I think I'd rather actually use them. We also have the artillery, and those will definitely be used also against these ones, but we'll see how that works. That's right. Okay. Right, and then we also have these ones. We have these Werfers, these rocket launchers, and they also belong to this one. And as we can see now, they're within the yellow, which is quite good. And they will maybe gain some bonuses for firing, giving better command structure. And that's it. Let's see here. All right, so let's formulate a plan here. We have moved. I'm talking about moving the engineers, and now I'm talking about these engineers, because we're going to take this bridge right here. We're going to keep this bridge, so we don't care about this bridge at all because it takes too long time. Now, the way you can see this one is this is a major a major river crossing, basically. I think the needed engineering points is 300, and looking at this one here, you can see the engineer has already provided 105, so it's only 195 left. Now you get half an engineering point per pioneer, per engineer. So 210, that means 105 points per turn. So we're gonna end up at 205 after this turn, 305. So we're talking about T3, turn 3, and that's is at midnight 6, 8, well now 800. So we could actually move through 800, but if we take this one, we are anyway going to go through this highway here. So my plan is just hit this one as hard as possible first with artillery, and then we should be fine. So now this one is probably well rested, so we actually might get intercept fire if we move things. And we don't have any eyes on their artillery. If they have any artillery, we have a tank destroyer unit over here, and this is an infantry with bazookas, but we don't care. Well, we do care about that, but they have some mortars and so on, so they might actually have some intercept fire. This one has a range of 1, so as long as you get into this hexagon here, this hex, you will have fire raining upon you. So let's see here, but I do want as much troops with as much points. So if I move this one here, you can see down here that it cost me 60 move points out of 100, so I'll have 40, which means I'm probably, but not possibly, I think I will be able to attack, because I think movement points wise it will cost me 25 to cross, I think, something like that, and that should be fine. I'm also moving from a height of 1 down to a height of 0, so that's probably going to cost me 5 extra mean movement points, and that's going to affect whether I can attack or not. You need to be able to move over if you should be able to attack, basically, something like that. So all right, so these engineers, I have marked them as that important to move these over here. Now if I do move over here, which ones should I want to move here first? So if I will be able to move here with using 100 or quite close to it, 100 APs, action points, then and I get intercepted, he's going to use intercepted or action points to intercept fire on a unit that I'm not going to use in the fight coming up. So I don't care really about that. So I should use that kind of troop. So the ones I'm going to move in there is this one, and didn't I have an engineer unit? Yeah, under here. Yeah, and this one. So this one costs me 84. My God. Oh, yeah, it's a dirt road also. So it's 84. And this one cost me 60 only. So this one is better to move down here, because I don't think he will actually be able to fight. You can also look at this one here. It's yellow, which means that he has a line of sight of 60. So he's probably going to see that one. So let's see. So it's these two units that I'm going to use, that one and that one, move over there. And I'm also going to move a 212 anti-tank gun. So let's have a look here. Look at that. This one, we're not going to cross here. We're only going to focus on this one. And this is a move cost of 90, which is perfect. So this might actually be a good thing to start with. But I'm also thinking that he's going to use mortars. And his worse tanks or hard ones. Yeah, this is not hard ones. These are soft targets anyway. And same thing here. They don't have any armor really, so it doesn't matter. Let's see here. We have that one. We also have the 320. So moving in here, this one here could move over there, and that's going to cost me 85. Or he could move there and fight. See here, 423. He's going to move in there and fight, but that's going to be the last thing he's going to be the last one in here, so that he will have his action points preserved without taking any fire. I think that's the right decision. I mean, moving up here sounds really nice, and then in the second one, but I think before this one gets blown, we actually need to push him off. Now he's 53. I think we can take him down quite a lot. Maybe we should start with that, actually. Let's see here. He's got Recon 62. You know what? I'm gonna pelt him. I'm gonna have some artillery raining down on him, I'm thinking. Because then he's gonna be more difficult for him to actually... And having artillery, you want as much recon as possible. And looking at this one here, you can see blue, yellow, yellow. These are the best squares to actually see more. But we already see 62, which is quite good. It's not terrible, at least. Now, let me think here. I mean, yeah, I could move this one here in here. That would mean that I get better vision, but I will maybe get shot up as well. So I think I'm gonna look at this one here. So let's have a look. So these are the ones that can actually attack. Let's see, I haven't see here. Yeah, so we can look at this one. So we have this is I mean, I don't know, I'm not supposed to make a tutorial, but I'll just briefly say this one. This is the sum of the cumulative modifier, the offensive modifiers, basically. This is the power, the offensive power. So this one times that one adds up to this one. So you get minus 23% out of this one. It ends up being 62, which is lousy. 81 is not strong to begin with. Now, why is this one so low? It has to do with this one landscape modifier mainly, because you're up at minus 60. So that's a major problem. Can you do anything about that? No, it's light urban, so you can't really do anything. And this, as mentioned in the text there, that's for a specific one. Now, something we also need to watch, though, is range. Now, this one here, we have this one, that's the only one. And you can see it's got range 12, 100% on each one, so it doesn't matter how far away it is. So that's fine. Now, sometimes it's good actually to move, to actually have visuals on this one. Now, we're not that close, so this is a dirt road. Getting here, it would cost me too much. Like going this way here, see? Oh, it's actually movement points only 35. That's interesting. It's not bad because it's on wheels, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. That's 10. If I were to move, that's 20. That's 20. I think that's 12 points wheeled, right? So that's, let's see here, it doesn't matter. No, this is, see, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't matter. This is the quickest one. That's 35. That's going +5 going up a hill. That's why. All right. So 35 out of 100. That's still 65, and the nice thing is I will get a bonus, although I might actually get shot up here, but this is light forest snow also. I could also move things like that one. I think I'll start with this one. I think I'll start with this one, move this one over here. And maybe I'll get shot up, but he'll spend his... I think that's what I'll do. Ah, nothing. That's interesting. That's weird. Maybe because he didn't see me coming through here. Red, blue, and yellow. That's fine. All right. So we moved that one. Let's see here. We also have the 320. And let's see here where he's hiding. Here's a Stug we want to move up also. Let's see here. That's the one I'm thinking about right now. No, it's a 320 with only one. Is it this one? Yeah. This we want to move also. That's a move cost of 100. Right. So we're going to move this one. And there you go. So he got shot at here. And nothing happened. Perfect. So he used some of his action points. That's not bad. Now you can see I have a total stack here of 100. I think that defensive wise having 200 is not a problem. I can't remember if you have a stack of 100 attacking. I mean, all the units adding up to not stationed there, but I think you shouldn't use more than 100 without negative modifications. So, but we're not going to use this one or the AT that just moved there, so that's fine. All right, good. Let's have a look at this one. So we had this one. Let's see here. This one, the 212 Fusilier, I think they are, right? Yeah. Let's see here. They are actually going to... Ah, yeah, that's right. Thing is also, if you don't move them, they have 100 points, right? So this one here, if you look at down here, you see it's a move cost of 105. So if you don't move it, I think it will get a plus 20 here. So it's going to be able to sort of move in here. So next turn, it's going to be able to move here. Better to move that one over there instead of actually moving all the way here. Even though it's going to be able to go this way, but I'm thinking maybe it's a good thing to walk through here just to check what's right here. How about this one, 320? This one, same thing here. It's going to take 1 of 5, so maybe he's going to help out his buddy over here. That's not a bad idea. Here we have some artillery, which is going to be used here again. Question is whether he can see. This one here is on line of sight 1 of 15%. Moving over here is move cost 85, so no way. He's gonna just be stationary here. This one actually sees this one really nicely, so let's take a look at this one. I'm not going to use it now, but you see here, even though it was minus 60, I get a 642. So there are certain things that, one which is quite gamey, I think, and one which is, and other things that's nice. See, line of sight, 82%. That's plus 82%. That really helps. Now, this is the major factor, 257. That's because he has entrenchment. But that's a defensive bonus, but he gives him an offensive bonus somehow because the return fire from these ones which have motors is going to give him some kind of defensive bonus in that sense. So in total, he gets a fantastic offensive modifier, which is really strange, I think. But I don't know. We'll take it for now anyway. So 653 is a lot better than, you remember, 80 something was 62 I think we had for the other one. So that's great. So visual is very nice, especially when you're attacking someone who can actually hit you back. That's when you get the entrenched value as well. And you see you had 262 for this one, which is amazing. All right, anyway, so that's it. So that's some thoughts are using this one here, although we have to think about whether we should try and hit this one as well. And looking at this place here, it's plains, snow plains, which is fantastic to hit. So we actually might want to save this one. Can't see that one. But you see here 140 because it has plus 95. It's just a 72 offensive power, but with the 95 it doubles, you know. So that's nice. And let's see, it's the same thing with this one pretty much. So just because it sits in the open here is quite nice, rather than hitting this one with only 63, which is kind of sad. So I think maybe this one, shouldn't bother with this one at all. How about this one? Yeah, same thing. So really terrible. It's not going to add that much into here. So maybe I should just hit this one with that one instead. I think that's a better idea. Yeah, I think we might actually not use the 408s artilleries on this one, or maybe we really need to. We'll see. All right, let's continue here. So This one we know we're going to hold. This is going to hold as well. This one is going to fire at this one. It could also fire at this one. You see, my god, 494 is fantastic. While this one is 196, but we need to hit this one. This is so vital. This is so important. So, and that's terrible, but maybe can we move this one? Move that one over here. That's 50. And then I would be able to see it quite nicely. I think that might be it. Because it will get so much better, even though it's going to just have 5 rounds instead of 10 rounds of firing. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, so this one we know. I'm going to use that one. This one is maybe moved. This one is definitely not moved. This one was supposed to go over there. Maybe it's time for that one to move now. We have to check. This one is sitting there perfectly. This is for the 212s. We also have these ones. They're not going to be in action now. They can only move like that with the combat move. Now, you can do combat move, but you can also click on this one and make march move. It costs 25, but if it runs on fuel, it uses half of it per move, and then they also get more tired, I think, because so this readiness is going to decline, so you need to be careful with this one. So I don't know, if it's if there's a rush at all, but maybe this one down here. But I'll move this one over here like that. This one, I don't know if you should rush this one. I don't think so. If you look at this one here, its readiness gone down from 100 to 74. If I move this one to march mode, it's going to be 74, and I think I'm going to end up at somewhere low 60s or something like that. Then the readiness is all about offensive power, basically. So yeah, I'm just going to move these ones on combat. And this is quite nice, moving a road. Even though it's horse, it moves what, 20? Yeah, so I'm happy with that. That's fine. And here we had nothing. They are done. This one I don't care about. This one can only move 1 step. This is the penal battalion. I don't care about that. We had nothing here that can move, and nothing here that can move. Yeah, so let's focus on these ones. Takes some time here, but I'm doing this thoroughly, as you can see. All right, let's see here. What do we have here then? Continuing, this one should definitely move. This one maybe move closer. This one is fine. This one is fine because I see so much. We have something here. This one needs to move down there. This one needs to move down there. This one was move point 84, so this one needs to move first, I think. Yeah, it's that turn. Yeah, let's move. There you go. So here we go, intercept fire, and nothing. Did you hear that? That's using mortars. So that's it. So this one lights up with only 1 action point or ranged attack, whatever. Don't care about that. All right, so we do have this one, which is nice. Didn't we have yet another one that was anti-tank down here? Yeah, that's right. So this one could move in here for 75. He's not going to be able to partake in that one. So maybe it's time to move this one now. I think so. See if he gets shot up. Right? Nope, he did not. So that's fine. Maybe he's out of... But look at that. We did get to see something here now. So this one has a recon of 39 and it's at Lauterborn. So it's quite well hidden here in a way. But we know what to expect anyway. That's problems basically. All right, I think this one is out of action points basically. Now we got recon 69 here, which is great. That's not bad at all, but we would like to have something better. Even maybe now we could move things in here, but I'm not gonna take the chance. I think 69 is good enough. Or do no, maybe I should move in there. I think so. This one should hold. This one, it's time for this one to move, maybe, right? That's 60. I think I'm gonna take a chance here. Yep, that's it. I think he's out of action points. We have the Stug and the engineer that needs to move in here. And we have that one also. It's going to be crowded here, but that's fine. Oh, this is going to be so good. Now, looking at this one here, so this one is tracked, right? Yeah. So this one would move 42, which is fine. But let's see here. If I move over here, it's 10. If I move over, well, that's a problem, 57. But if it's 10 here, and you see if I go on the major road, it's another 10, and then going up one is 5 more. So I think that's 25, 35, and then plus 10 because I'm within his zone of influence there, 45. Or going this one is 42. So this makes sense. See, he doesn't have any action points left. And this one, same thing here, right? Yeah. See, this is perfect. And then this one. Now we have recon 72. This is really up. And we moved that one over there. And did we have anything here? No, I did move that one already, didn't I? Yeah. Bow, bow, bow. I think that's it. Yeah, and this one is there. Yeah, that's all the ones that needs to move. So now we have quite a total stack of 260, which is quite fine defensively. So the question is if I should move this one over here. I think so. Move cost is 50. And that's because I would love to have that one. Now, let's see here. What can I see from this point here? I have a line of sight of 17, but and I will get only 27 there. So, and thing is, I don't get, well, it doesn't, yeah. So I'll move this one over here, I think. See, 260 instead of whatever I had, 87, 67, something like that. So a lot better. This one, I'm not going to fight with this one, even though he could if it's got stab, which is just staff. Sicherung, which is terrible. You can see that up here. Not great. Staff, you know, it's like these ones, right? Volkssturm, yeah. These are old people and kids, maybe not kids, but old people. Anyway, let's see here. So I think we're done here. I think we're ready to fire at this one and then make the attack over like this. So that's it. Yeah. So these ones we're probably going to save onto this one. But we have this one, that one, and that one. So let's start with this one here. And I'm going to clicking on this one. We have 11 to 1. That says something, but depending on how strong they are, we get a ratio. And I think this time the ratio is not important. It's more about this modified offensive power that we will strike with. That's 770, which is quite all right anyway. Now, you can also look at these ones, recon points here. We have 73. I don't know what these are, but they have 40, which means they will have difficulty firing back with this one here. Even though they have a line of sight, it's not as good as we have. Anyway, so that's good. Now, we also wanted to add this one. We can actually use the map if we want to. So let's see here. Or maybe not that. So we wanted to use this one and that one and this one. If we select this one from 11, we get less. That's a bummer. See, So something's hindering him. I don't know why. But that one was nice. That's the 212. Let's see here. That's that one. I don't know why, but sometimes they like add together somehow. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this one. So let's go back with this one. This one will turn it down. So I'm just going to fire this one like that, and then I'll use that one separately to fire. Now I could use these ones, and you see it goes up from 1936 to 2056, so it adds 100. But I will keep these ones for later on, I think. Yeah, for the other one. And this one I think I will try and use in a different scenario, I think. Let's see. Ooh, that's a lot. I need to look at this one, 267, before making up my mind. But otherwise, it's just these two. 267. It is. What? Where is that? No. Let's see here. Where's the artillery? Okay, I need to look at this one ranged here. We do like that on the map. Up there. Okay, so this one is a big gun kind of guy. Okay, I'm gonna go back here and cancel that. So it's this one. Now, he's got obviously big guns here. He can have a range of 10. Oh, he's got these ones also, range 12 and range 11. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's definitely within being able to use all of these three guns. So that's nice. That's definitely nice. And looking at what kind of power, it's not that great, but together it added like 400 or 500, I think. So it's got like interesting additives there. Now, I don't know if, since he can reach so far, I think it's better to keep him being able to like hit something else. So just looking at it, 398 is a lot better than this one with 145. So yeah, I'm not going to use that one. I think we have good enough stuff going on here on this one anyway. So we are going to use, let's see here, we were going to use that one, and we're going to use that one. I would like to, yeah, that's it. So that's it. Let's go for it. Come on now. Oh, it's not great. So we don't hit that much. Oh no, I forgot something. Well, that's terrible. I should have used a recon card. That's terrible. Well, anyway, that's war for you. So we got a mortar there, which is good. It's a long range motor, which is great. Truck doesn't care about that. Got some veterans, some greens, so nothing really. They have a lot of troops out. It's not great, but the readiness went down. That's good, and their entrenchment especially went down a little bit. But this wasn't great. And also, we can take a look at about this information about here. We go down. The average uncertainty roll is a 3, which is, I think, average. Slightly lower than average. Average is 3.5, and this one here 3 also. Okay, so they are sorts of average. All right, let's continue, but before we do that, we would like to hit this one up with a card. I think I made a mistake there. It's not a big one, but we'll use this recon. We have 10 points. We'll get 2 each round here. We definitely want to use this one here on someone who actually sees quite a lot. Let's double check something here then. So this one here sees 70, line of sight 70. We can take a look at these ones. That's also 70. So it's not there's no difference. Maybe the engineers can see better. Can they? No, it's the same thing. Right? Yeah. And these divisional ones can't use the same cards. So I'm going to use this one. We can't play card. and use it on this one. So maybe we'll see even better. All right, so we see a little bit better over here, which we don't care really about. 48, but that's slightly better, and especially here 78, which is a lot better than before. Anyway, so we should have because when you have higher recon, that's really important. Well, we used that one. We can use this one now, and we're not gonna. Yeah, that's ranged attack. That's not great because we're gonna get counter fire here. All right, let's see if we have to use this one. That's worse. Oh, that's worse. Oof. That's not great. We don't get counter fire here, but see, we really have to take this one. But that's so strong, defensive ones. Oof, this is difficult. I think I'm going to use this one. Yeah, let's go. Come on, nothing. Oh, that's terrible. Well, we went down a further 10 on the entrenchment. Readiness went down a little bit. This is not great. This is going to be difficult. Now I'm starting to regret that I didn't go over here. All right, we're going to see what we can do then here. All right, let's see here. So regular attack 1, 2. We have a problem here with the river modifier here because it's a river, and although we have a bridge, it's not great. So we can use that. We can use this one. It's 1, 1. We can use the Stugs as well, and engineers are like 14. Yeah, it adds to it. That's a little bit better. And then we have this one, please. Yeah, it's better. All right, that's what we have. We have quite nice recon points, but this is what we have, and I don't think we're going to be able to break through here. Maybe we will take some damage here also. Oh, this is not so great. Recon in force is possible. I don't want to lose troops, but at the same time, it would be important to take Echternach. This, see, he's got so many troops. He's so strong with 52. Don't think it's a possibility. I think we're just gonna go recon. Sorry, recon in force. That's combat round 4. That's not gonna be enough. I want to use all of them. We're going to go attack. See, that was what I was afraid of. So we lost like 85 troops, something like that. They lost like 57, 56. Not great. What do we have then? So lower readiness, but look, the entrenchment is gone, which is very nice, very nice. So that's something. Makes me also wonder whether we should have attacked first and then gone with the artillery afterwards. But and oh, look at that front! They went back. They retreated. That's amazing. So it was all worth it. Amazing. Amazing. So nice. All right, so we got the bridge and everything, and we got this one. See, now it's turned to German as well. So now we're gonna move. So everyone that participated, you can see that the move cost is 0. So just move in here with everyone that did participate. Oof, this is so nice to end up in a city. That's so nice. We didn't use that one. Nope. Okay. That's it. Oh, there. He was... no, sorry. So that's impossible to move here. Impossible to move here. So they didn't... I don't know why they... I think it is because... I don't know. They have too little action points, I think. So, mission accomplished, definitely. Now, the thing is, we do have some action points left here. Now he's in the open, and he's probably, I don't know if he's going to fall back to Osweiler or something like that, or maybe over here. But this is nice. No, that's Lauterborn, so it's a city, or yeah, minor city. So we'd love to hit him now while we can. Maybe we will use these ones now, actually. I think so, because 78, which is fantastic. And also we are going to attack with what we have. Let's see here, regular attack, that's all we have. 1-1 is not great. 269 against 397, so maybe we can pounce on him a little bit more here. Now we have 157, which is not bad, and this one 300. It's something for sure. We have these ones for range, but they have hardly anything, so we're not going to use it. So let's just go attack here. Lovely. See, it makes such a big difference here to attack when they're in the fields. So we got rid of 50 here, and then some trucks, whatever, and then that's great. Yeah, that's fantastic. So readiness is really low. That means that they won't be able to move that far. 38, although they have the bonus of being an AI, so they will be able to move further anyway. Now they entrenched a little bit in the field because of they got hit with mortar fire, so it is what it is. And so it got worse because they have better bonus, so I'm not gonna attack there. Could switch to ranged attack, but since they have mortars, I don't think there's any interest there. No, that's it. We're just going to sit tight here in this wonderful city. And this one couldn't move there. That's it. I think that's for them. That's what we wanted to do. So a major accomplishment, I'd say, here, being able to do that. As you can see, we could actually move up out here. But we're not going to do that. We don't want to stand in the field, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so this is turning into a rather long one, so maybe I should stop there, I think, end the recording, and then we'll move on to, or should we keep on walking here? No, I think we need to do this one. That's going to be the 7th. Okay, I think it's going to go quicker later on, but all right, let's take a look at these ones as well. We have, next one is the 276, and here what we have is we've already moved the division headquarters over here. We have or the core here. We have a division headquarters quite close, which is nice. We have to think about where we're going, and where we are going is, I think it was Beaufort and then Marché, right? Yeah, Le Merche, yeah. So we're going to go through here. Now, we have to take care of these ones. That's definitely what we need to do. Let's have a look at the situation. Bridges. Do we have any bridges? We have one that's broken or needs repair, but here, you see here, we have a bridge over here and we have a bridge over here. So that's the way to enter in here to attack here on, next to the River Sauer. And this is the Reisdorf. And over here we have Dillingen, and we can reach him probably through here, which is nice. And then Beaufort after that, but we need to take care of this extremely strong 87. We think it's 87. It's got recon 52, so it could change, but still, you see it's 410. It seems to be 410, 160. So this one is a big, more motorized infantry regiment. So yeah, that's how it is. Let's see here then. Oh, but is it battalion? Can't remember. These are battalions because we got 2 pips there, right? Yeah, that's it. And this one, I can't remember if this is a company or whether this one was a... No, that's a regiment, exactly. Yeah, all right, good. So the more the merrier. So we need to move this one here. So that means we need to take care of these bridges here. We could enter that way also, but we can also get help here from this one. Although he might actually want to go that way. We're going to see that later on. Or we need to also look at that. We have some engineers there. We have artillery with these warfares, which are great to use in against people in the field generally, not towns. We have artillery there, and then we have artillery there, major artillery there. These are just mortars, but that's something. Oh, I see. So, okay, they have something else. They have these light. And then we have this AT. This one is going to have to go there. We don't have any tanks, as you can see here. And if we want to move mortars and artillery and warfares, we also need to go there because we definitely want to. But we could fix these bridges. But where's our engineer? We only have one engineer here. No engineers here, right? No. And that's one bridge. That's the only bridge we have. So, and here he has 75 points. He's going to get another 75 points there. So should he wait to fix that one? Let's look what kind of river this is. This is a medium river. I think it's 200 points. So that would be 2 turns, right? Yeah. So we're not going to wait for that. We have a nice bridge enough here, nice enough bridge cross here. So that's what we're going to use. Hitting this one is going to be important to take Beaufort, or we could actually run through it, pass it. That's going to be difficult for him, but we need to traverse this area anyway, so we need to hit him. We need to take care of this one probably also. So maybe hit this one first, maybe hit that one second, then move on to Beaufort. Well, we're going to use some troops to take Beaufort as well. This is a minor city 3, which is nice defensive. It's got some nice what is called, not strength, but structure points there, so it's a little bit more difficult to hit, I think. Nice height value also. All right, so that's the idea. How are we going to do this? Well, we are going to do this. This one also needs to be hit. Now, I'd love to hit this one with mortars, and because he's in the plains, similar to field, he's got some height value though, but recon is only 47, but we'd love to improve that. Now, that's why we use these ones. How about this one? We can move that way up there, I think, and this one up there. Could it move? I could also move there to get better sight on this one, right? Yeah. So this one, move up here to get visuals. Same thing with this one. Maybe start with this one. So he uses APs for his intercepting fire, and then move that one. Not so bad. This one here is a AT gun and bazookas, and just a small contingency rear area guards there. So this is a piece of cake for this size of infantry. Basically, they would just eat them up. But here it will cost me move points 180, and then move up here. Yeah, so so it's going to be something we'll do next turn, but we can actually fire against him. But now we used these ones, which was a shame, sort of. I mean, we did achieve our objective there, so, which was the most important thing. That was a key bridge to take. All right, let's me look at my notes. So I'm saying 986. The first one, we're talking about this one moving to... Okay, so I have a priority of this one first moving. Let's see here, 126.94. 120, see here, where are we there? 126.94. right there. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so first here, because this one actually might bring fire upon me. So, bam bam. So, and if I'm able to reach this one, would be nice. Well, we're gonna give it a shot because this one is a good place to look at things, I think. But we don't know that unless we have a piece there. Well, I'm gonna move this one fast here, and hopefully I'm not gonna get shot up. Oh, I didn't. That's fantastic. So you see here, from this vantage point, I can see quite a lot, and that's gonna help me with the firing on this at least target if I wanted to. But this is a city and so on. I do get eyes on that one and so on. So that's not bad. Light forest is not bad at all. Okay, so that's it. And then we have 9. This one is going to get priority to move. And then we have an anti-tank 267 and attack this one also. So this one is going to go to 130.94, which is this place. Yeah. Because maybe he's gonna shoot at it, and so yeah, that's good. Nothing. And then we have this is going to move, and 129.94. Let's see here, 129.94 this way. Because why not that? Why? Oh yeah. So the thought here is to, I think it's a light forest, which is not bad. He gets to see quite a lot, and by putting troops here, I'm hopefully going to negate any problems with what's it called? With supplies, basically. So even though I could move here, I'm going to put this one here. Fired upon. Ouch. Not that bad, but not that great. Let's just look. So it's useless to fire against this one, you see, because he's well entrenched and like great line of sight and mortars and everything. I don't have, well, I have 3 mortars. What does he have? 23 bazookas. All right, so okay, so that's done there. That's not bad. He used some of his APs to hit me, which is great. And let me see here what we have. I think it's time. So we'll think about the bear first and everything, but now 267. The Fusiliers, we move these ones to this place here. Maybe we'll get shot here. That doesn't matter. Didn't. Sort of a shame. Then we have this one moving up here. Probably gonna get shot at. No, yeah, fortunately. Ouch, a little bit, but that's not too bad. Okay, so that's fine, and we're done with them. Then we have 988. This one here, and let's see here. This one. Probably gonna go this way, right? Yeah. This is kind of an open space, so we'll move here first. See what we can see. Beaufort seems to be open, but you see you have a recon of only 35, so it could be anything there. This will give us a vantage point to see also there's a ridge here, but especially we want to hit that one with as much full power as possible, so we'll move here. We have recon 48 here. It's a kind of vulnerable place, but it's all right. And then we have, let's see here, we have the 986. We've already moved that one. We have the artillery 986. That's the one. Now, it says here that I'm supposed to move it 129.94. Let me see where that is. It's, yeah, that's right here. So how can I move here? I can't move here. I can only move here. But that's if I walk in a straight line like that. So let me see here. And so if I move like that, that's 20 points. Down here, then that's another, that's minus, yeah, that's 20, and then it's downhill. I think that's 5 extra, but that would be 45, and then I could move over here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, maybe I should turn this one on. And there you go. Got shot at. Nothing. See, good. Okay, because this is going to be so important to be able to see this one later on, to be able to fire in the next round. Because he couldn't really see anything, so that's why I wanted to move in. I don't have power enough to hit this one or this one. I'm not going to be enough with action points to hit this one next round, this round, so it's better to move this one here. Let's see here, continue here. Let's see here, we have the 986. That's the one, right? With the 2, right? 2nd Battalion. And this one is going to move like that, right? No, 91, 30, 90. 131, 95. Okay, so this one again is going to go that one, that one, that one. So we start with this one. Instead of going there, that's 85 points. This is 40, and then it's like 20. So we do this. Doesn't get shut up. Good. Move here, and then move there. Fantastic. Oh, this is a big one. That's going to be difficult. But maybe he's going to escape. We'll see. This is nice anyway. It's not bad. And then we have the 276 engineers. And we're going to swing around here like that. Perfect. Not going to hit this one, but just checking. See here. Only 3. That's terrible. Look at that. Look at this number here. My god. It's a... Oof. I'd rather have him out in the field. We'll see what happens. Then we have the anti-tank. This... No, not that one. Was it? Yeah. This one has already moved, so that's good. Then we have... fire, and then towards front. So we have the 987s. Where are they? Oh yeah, that's up here. They're gonna move here to the front. But now we've moved everything, right? We have the welfares and we have these artillery systems. So let's see what we can hit. Now this one would be nice because he's out in the field. They are not, and they, since we don't have anything to hit them with this turn, I think that's enough. This one would be nice to move there, but maybe this is too weak to leave. Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's going to move like that because he's going to get hit a lot then. So, and that's through woods, so he's not going to make that, and he's sitting in Reisdorf anyway, so this is good position. All right, let's see here. We're going to use, I think, this one. Now, he can see here, he's got line of sight of 12, which is all right. But, and there's nothing around here that's better, so he can't really do it. He could move or fire. So I think he's gonna fire. This one is good. And this one is the same thing, right? He can see this one. There's nothing better. Makes him able to see better, right? This one sees red. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him here. He doesn't have a... Oh no, he's been used already. When did I use him? Oh yeah, I used him for that one. Forgot that one. Anyway, so I only have these ones and Werfers. If I'm going to use the Werfers, they're red, and this one can't see him. So looking at that one, he can't fire on this one because he's too far away. That's one thing. Can only fire at these ones, which makes me think if you look at this one, yeah, that's a great number, but you see it's severely down there. I could use a recon on this one to see him for sure. That's what I'd love to do. Let's see what we can do with this one. He can reach. He cannot reach, so he needs to move here. Let's see here. Yeah, these are the short ones. These only have a range of 4. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to move 2. But are we going to be able to cross bridges anywhere? Yeah, down there maybe. So it's not terrible. Instead of going that way. Right? Or where do we need him? Let's look at this one. What can we do now? We can do this one, which is nice because of the line of sight a little bit, and this, yeah. Let's see here. That's 1564. That's like only 80. What if I didn't use that one? That's better. So, so let's see here. That's 1485. I think fire this one first and then this one afterwards. Right. And he could move down 2 steps down here. How much would that cost in movement? Oh, it's only 24. So even he could do that. Move down like that. So I think that's what we'll do, and then annihilate him. But we're not going to be able to use them against these ones. And these are bigger ones, and if they move out from here, we will be able to use them, so that's more important. Oh, that's difficult. Okay, I'll do this one. I'm going to fire these ones one at a time. And then we'll see what happens, how much they get reduced. There you are, I forgot to recon. Anyway, so that's really nice with half of them gone. I mean, this is like a free card, isn't it? Recon, why didn't I use that? Use this one to see even better. 721, I can't remember how much it was. We'll try this one again. This one, that's what you need to use anyway. That's all you got. Come on up. It's something. I mean, nice with the AT guns, although we don't have that much panzer. Still have 2 rear area. So I could take this one away using 1 verifier. I think that's sort of nice to do. That's 41. I can use this one, move this one 2 steps because he's got the 42s. That's range 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or move this one to here. I think I want to use this one. 2 steps. And that's move cost. And then we fire this one. Oh, look at that. Lovely. He's gone, I think. Well, not quite, but I think that's enough. And we've emptied up the inner supplies there for both, well, at least one of them. And this one, which is a shorter range, I think we'll move this one here where the other action is. Now, I'd love to have a position where he can stand and fire and see as much as he can. So that's a good position. That's even a better one. And I don't think he will get hit here. He's quite safe here in the light forest. So I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Oh, she got hit. A lot. Well, not a lot, but still something. Where from? Let's see here. Unknown hex. So he got spotted from somewhere. And that's where he ended up. So he'll, next turn he can go once or twice. Well, that's what happens. Alright, that's it. We're done with these ones. They've performed well. We have these ones left also. Just move down here towards the front. Ooh, nothing. We have some artillery. one, should this one use horses? No. Okay, and then we have LXXV. I think they belong to this one. Let's have a look at this one. These are, yeah, exactly. So they will be moved next time. Well, we have this Panzer, but I can't move. So I think that's it for this time. Long recording for sure, and but we performed quite well. This one is gone pretty much, so we will be able to advance nicely here, and these ones have performed well, so they will just move over here. These ones will move over down here, and then they will need to reconnect because they are purple ones. I think these purple ones will actually move. Yeah, they are actually going to Junglinster and the Mersch, so we'll see where they actually end up. Well, that's it for this turn, I think. Next time we will move on to 5th Panzer Army, and we will look at this infantry and this Fallschirmjäger, which will then move towards Bastogne into this wooden area, but we will have some interesting things to do here on the way, and we already actually started here to get a nice view there, and the Kirch is going to be difficult probably. And then we move on to the Leer Panzer Division and the 22nd Infantry. And then we have the 2nd Panzer Division. And then we have some more here, which is 560. And we end up with the 62. That's the whole 5th Panzer Armee. Well, we also have this one, the 116th Panzer Mobile Panzer Division. So this one and that this one, the Leer and the 2nd Panzer, and these 116s, smaller ones, but more like motorized infantries, and some smaller Panzer. I think like 3 Panthers. Anyway, so they're gonna move faster, and these are faster, and these are faster, and these are like Panzer spearheads, but these are infantries that needs to take care of these ones. So that's it, I think. We've made headway, I think, with these limited resources we started with, so I think I'm gonna end up there simply for tonight. So I'm gonna save this one, and then that's gonna be it. Let's see here. So we go Wacht. Can't spell right now. There we have it. And then we go 7th Armee done. That's it. Well, thanks for watching anyway, and I'll see you in the next episode, simply. Bye now.